All right, guys, this is Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics. We're going to be talking about trade paperbacks and graphic novels in my collection. I'm excited to be talking to you guys about those today. Before we do that, I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and make sure you check out my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. All right, so like I said, we're going to be checking out my favorite trade paperbacks and graphic novels in my collection. Now, if you're wondering what a trade paperback or a graphic novel is, a graphic novel is basically a comic book that is longer than a comic book. It is several comic books basically in one to create one single story, and they're always square bound. Now, a trade paperback is usually just several different comic books collected into one single square bound book. Now, I have several different books in my collection. I'm excited to show you guys what I have, because usually I just show off the comic books in my collection, but I'm excited to talk about trades and graphic novels. I do have them sitting right here. I'm ready to grab them, so let's go ahead and just go through it. First off, I want to show off my Ninja Turtles trades that I have in my collection. I was able to get this whole stack for 30 bucks off of eBay. I'm pretty excited about it. I read through all of it except for the last one, and I'll get to that. First up, we have Volume 1 of the IDW TMNT series. This is the first trade paperback. I believe it collects issues 1 through 5. This is the third printing. It is really, really great. Honestly, I really, really love this. This first volume is amazing. Can't have one without two. So here is the second one. I think this collects 5 issues again, like issues 6 through 10. I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. The rest of these are first prints, only this was a third print. And then, ooh, I love this cover here for TMNT Volume 3. Look at that Shredder cover. That is just beautiful. This was a great story, too, with the Shredder. If you've not been reading the TMNT IDW series, I definitely suggest checking it out. It's really, really good. And then we have Volume 4. Again, really good. And I just finished reading this the other day. This is Volume 5, The Krang War. Really, really, really good stuff. So I have Volumes 1 through 5 of the IDW TMNT series. And then I also have Micro Series number 1. Raph, Leo, Mikey, and Donnie. And then I read that, really good. And then you have another micro series of Casey Jones, Splinter, April, and Fugitoid. Really good. And this is the only one I have not read yet in this TMNT trades. This is TMNT, The Secret History of the Foot Clan. I have not read this yet. I'm excited to read it because the rest of these TMNT trades have been really, really good. So those are my TMNT trades in my collection. We have a lot more to go, but man, I got a great deal on this. 30 bucks. Wow, that's great. All right, let's talk. I got a couple Flash books. Everyone knows I love the Flash. We have Flashpoint. This collects issues 1 through 5 of the Flashpoint storyline. This is how I actually read Flashpoint before I got the comic books. Really, really great stuff by Jeff Johns. It's been adapted into an animated movie. They're going to make a movie on it as well. And obviously, this series is like a big deal in the DC universe right now of all comic books in the last, I think it's 8 years, 8 to 9 years or so. Really, really great stuff. If you've never read Flashpoint, even if you're not a Flash fan, I definitely suggest reading this. Following up Flashpoint, you know I got to grab Flash Volume 1 of the New 52 series. Really, really good. Those are the only Flash trades that I currently have. I used to have a couple more. Oh, this is really good stuff. This is Green Lantern Rebirth by Jeff Johns. Really, really good stuff. If you've never read the original Green Lantern Rebirth, definitely make sure you check it out. It's awesome. And then this next one is, in my opinion, the best ever indie comic storyline ever. So obviously this is a trade. It collects issues 1 through 6, square bound. This is God Country by Donny Cates. I do not have the comics. I only have the trade. It is amazing. Do yourself a favor and read this if you've never done so. It's basically mixing real life real life Texans. If you live in Texas, real life mixed in with comic books. Obviously, it is a comic, but I don't know how best to describe it other than it's an old man who gets a sword. He shouldn't have it, and he does a lot of crazy things with it. Really, really good. And then these aren't really trades or graphic novels. They're just comic books, but they're square bound, and I wanted to show them off. I don't like storing these because they're so freaking big. They're magazine style, and I wasn't a big fan of the story, honestly. It's Superman Year One, books 1 through 3. Honestly, not the best stuff by Frank Miller and John Romita Jr. Not the best, but I did pay for them. Might as well show them off. All right, I got all of those when those came out. Okay, got lots more coming here. This next one is actually a graphic novel. So this is its own story that was only sold as a graphic novel. This is Power Rangers Soul of the Dragon. This is about Tommy the Green Ranger as he's older and his son becomes a Power Ranger, and it's in the future, and he's married to Kat, the second Pink Ranger. It's really, really good. He's got a Master Morpher, so you can morph into all those different Rangers: Green Ranger, White Ranger, Red Zeo, Red Turbo, and a Black Dino Thunder. Really, really good stuff. I love this book. Great. Second to Power Rangers. I got this recently. Power Rangers Volume 1 from the current Mighty Morphin series. I believe this is issue 0 through 6 or 0 through 5. Really, really great stuff by Kyle Higgins. The art in it is so freaking good. Really, really good stuff. Definitely suggest checking it out. Second of Power Rangers. Again, this isn't really a trade. This is a deluxe edition. This is Power Rangers Shattered Grid. It's a whole series. It's normally $75, but I got this and the previous book that I just showed off for $40 total. Really, really good stuff. If you've never read Shattered Grid, it's a great storyline other than they sideline my boy, Tommy the Green Ranger. But that's okay. It's really, really good. All right, I got a couple more to show off. It's my Batman books. I don't know if I really consider these to be graphic novels or trades, but I guess they're considered graphic novels, but I more consider them comic books, even though they are square bound. We have Dark Knight Returns, number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they're all first prints, but they are in pretty not great shape. But it's an amazing storyline by Frank Miller. Really, really good stuff. If you've never read The Dark Knight Returns, do yourself a favor and read it. It is really, really good. It's, in my opinion, his second best work on Batman outside of Batman Year One. Definitely make sure you check out the Batman The Dark Knight Returns 1 through 4. On this next one, I did get slabbed. I think it's considered a graphic novel, though it's more just like a comic book. It is square bound. Batman The Killing Joke. This is my first print. It's a CGC 9.8. Really, really good. I love this. It's like a Joker origin. He cripples Barbara Gordon. He takes Jim Gordon with him. It's an amazing story. Make sure you check out Batman The Killing Joke. It's really good. All right, we got about a half dozen more. This one is actually one I have not completely read. So far, I've only read this much here at the beginning. So just like I don't know, like 20% of it. It's been pretty good so far. I have not been a big fan of the art, honestly, but the story is, it's okay so far. We'll see how it ends. It is Batman The Long Halloween. Everyone said it's a great book to pick up and read, and so I decided to go ahead and buy it online. And I've been trying to read it every day, and I haven't got very far, as you can see, but I'm excited to see how it ends. Next up, this is another Batman book that I think, this is a trade, this next one is, because, and this was a trade as well. This collects 4 issues. Honestly, this is a little overrated in my opinion. It's Batman Death in the Family. I don't think it's that good of a story like everyone says it is. I didn't think it was terrible, but I don't think it was that good. It collects all 4 of these issues. I think it's 426, 27, 28, 29. So 4 issues there. The Batman Death in the Family. It's okay. It doesn't live up to hype in my opinion. All right, next ones, they do live up to the hype. Really, really great Scott Snyder stuff. It is Batman Court of the Owls and Night of the Owls. It is the whole 12-issue storyline by Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo, and Jonathan Glapion. Court of Owls, so good, so good. I definitely recommend it. It was adapted into the TV series on Gotham. Really, really, really good stuff. I loved it. Batman Court of Owls. Make sure you check it out. I have it in comic book form and the trades. So good. We got another trade paperback, and then we got actually a hardback deluxe edition after that. This I just showed us off the other day. Batman Year One. I read it again the other day. Still amazing. The artwork isn't great. I think it's better than the Long Halloween's artwork, but the story, it's the best Batman storyline there is, in my opinion. Written again by Frank Miller, art by David Mazzucchelli. I have it collects issues Batman 404 through 407. It's a retelling of Batman's origin. Really, really good stuff. Catwoman's in it. It's just, Jim Gordon plays a big part in this book as well. It's really, really good. I decided to get the trade because I don't want to be reading my comic books versions of those because I don't want to mess them up. I do have Batman 404 at CGC right now. Hopefully it comes back at 9.6 or a 9.8. But yeah, Batman Year One, really, really great stuff. And the last book I have here is a hardback. This is something I just read the other day. Batman Earth 1 by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. Pretty good stuff. I actually really enjoyed this. I thought it was good. The artwork, it's good. Not great. It's probably one of the best artworks from all the ones I've shown. Outside of Court of Owls, that's the best. Greg Capullo's art is amazing. But yeah, Batman Earth 1, pretty good. Kenny from Comic Head 84 told me about this and I decided to buy it online. Really, really good stuff. So those are all of my trade paperbacks and all of my graphic novels. Let me know in the comments which ones you guys thought were the best. Which ones have you read? Which ones have you not read? And which ones are you looking forward to reading if you've never read them? All of that and more. Again, my name is Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell and check out my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Again, I'm Steve, and as always, go Cats, Cowabunga, and it's Morphin time.